Morning, family. Good morning. Well, just waking up. I'm actually seated in my bed. I'm trying to open my eyes. Well, my name is Lucy Chege. Welcome to this channel. Be part of this channel if you are new. Karibu sana. Guess what has woke me up? I've just woken up thinking about how I feel about my insecurities. And I felt like I'm going to start it from here, just right from my bed, because this thought has just come and has been coming on and on and on. And what should I do, or how should we manage insecurities? Everybody, I believe everybody has suffered this, that they have insecurities, and most of the time we do not know what to do when you're going through this. I wanted a topic of insecurities while I was on bed. This is 3-4 days ago. Then I had a lot of challenges because of filming. There has been a lot of noise on my background and I didn't know where to do it from. So today I'm glad because there's no power, that's why there's no noise. There is a shop that is advertising phones here, so they have put that speaker. You have speakers all over and it's been too loud for me. So let me just tackle this now. What do we mean when we say insecurity? An insecurity is a feeling of uncertainty about oneself, about yourself. You may be very uncertain or unsure about yourself. And there are some aspects of where in life where we feel insecure. Some could be in a physical appearance. It could be in our relationships, it could be in our professional skills, and it could also be in our financial stability, whereby we feel that finances are not good enough for us and so much has to be done, yet the monies that we have are not quite enough for whatever we need to do in our life or life. One, where we have gone through maybe criticism from our parents or our teachers. I'll give an example here. When I was a young girl in primary school, I went through a lot of criticism from one of my teachers. This was my maths teacher at the time, and I remember this teacher would come to class just because I don't know why teachers have a problem when like you look better than them. Let me say that. Huh? I had very long hair, or I still have very long hair. It's only that I had shaved my hair and it's growing, and my hair grows very fast. And I would keep my hair very neat. On the other hand, her hair was not. It wasn't even growing. She really struggled. I'm not lying, guys. I'm telling you a true story. She was really struggling with her hair, and she would do everything to make her hair, which everybody, every woman, every lady would like to have. But I did not understand why that now was a problem between me and her. I mean, she was just my math teacher. Why didn't she just come to class and teach mathematics and leave? So she came to class and she always told me, all you know how to do is to make your hair nini. He na alikuwa ananionea aki. Every time she came to class, she made sure she asked me a question, and she made sure she asked a question that I would not be able to answer. And then later is when I learned from the other, because she was from one tribe. I don't want even to mention where she was from, but some of the girls we were in class with were like, you know what, Lucy, mwalimu imagine akupendi this far, anakutukana na hiyo lugha yetu. Can you imagine? It went that far to an extent that I did not attend her class, the maths lesson anymore. Well, I regret it, but what would I have done? I regretted that time, I did, but it was too much for me. That imagine a lesson of 35 minutes, I could not cope with that teacher in class. So this could be one of the things that I feel insecure about. And of course, I did not do well in maths because I did not attend any of her classes. She would walk in and I walk out. It was not a good thing. it went that far because my parent now had to intervene. But it is not anything. Please, teachers, be very lenient and kind to children. Another cause could be now not getting needs met, maybe as a child especially. For example, let me just use an example, especially when it comes to matters education or the needs that a child needs, the basic needs, food, shelter, and all that. Education is one of the examples that I may use here, whereby maybe a parent is not able to take a child to school, or if they take the child to school, they're not able to pay for their school fees, meaning that maybe they'll be staying out of school most of the time. And that actually affected me sometimes back, because my parents were not able to pay for our school fees, all of us. So sometimes we were out of school, sometimes we were in school, but if I remember very well, most of the time I was out of school. So that's another cause. Another cause could be going through a breakup, maybe in a relationship or even in a family. You know, sometimes things happen in family setup and you find people not, being in a good relationship with each other, maybe from a sibling or even a parent. So that could also cause an insecurity. Another one could be from medical circumstances, whereby maybe you, as a parent, you get a child who, for example, maybe gets disabled, and then, most of us, we have had these stories, who have had children with maybe disabilities, who lock their children up instead of, taking them to school when they are of age, and also trying to find out to find help, that is. So that's another insecurity, and it's not easy for people who get children who are maybe disabled or a chronic disease, that is. Meeting goals that one has set in life can be another insecurity, another cause of insecurity. Maybe, as I said earlier, because of the education background, you do not get to the level of education that you wanted to, and so even your life becomes very difficult. Education is vital in life, and it's important to just know what you want also in life, for us who can, for those of us who can afford to get there, and also take that chance with a lot of respect, because not everybody has a chance to get education like they would love. Relationships with people who hurt us in life may also bring about an insecurity. It's important to have healthy relationships with people, but sometimes life happens and you find yourself hurting each other in life, and that's another cause of insecurity. We need to really take care of our relationships wherever we are, especially once we are aware of ourselves. Self-awareness is something that we need to have, all of us, so that we are very careful when relating with other people in our lives. Comparing ourselves with each other, with other people's lifestyle, has also brought about insecurities, whereby you find yourself not where the other person or your friend is. For example, maybe your friend buys a car and you do not have one, or someone is owning a house, yet you guys are the same age and you're not getting to that kind of a level. Or there are so many things that we compare ourselves with other people, which is a kind of an insecurity. And I would say it's better to live within your means. So how do we manage or overcome insecurities? Number one, just know that we all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. We are not the same. Your strength may not be my strength. Your weakness may not be my weakness. So it is important to be aware about our strengths. Then, if you can list down your weaknesses, then you are able to work on your weaknesses slowly to improve yourself. It's also important to note that in our lives or in our bodies, the way we were created, God created us wonderfully and fearfully. There are many things that we cannot change. So, for example, if you have something like a forehead, I actually have a forehead, and I don't have a problem with that. There's a time I had an insecurity because of my forehead, but I have worked towards that to know, it's important to know that this forehead will never change the way it is. Hivyo iko kubwa hivyo from here to here, it will never change. So the things you cannot change in life, learn to embrace and love yourself like you are. There's a time also I had a problem with my tummy because it was very, very big. This was after now giving birth and taking care of my child, and years later I found out that I was not able to bring the tummy down. So what did I do? I worked towards it. I started exercising. I stopped eating some of the foods that I did not need to eat. Portions. I reduced my portions. Work towards what you can, and what you cannot change, please embrace yourself, because you are going to live with that forever and ever. Amen. It's also important to listen to others about how to manage their insecurities. There are people who are very good at that, and they know how to manage some of the insecurities you may also be going through. So listen to people who are positive. Do not allow people to bring you down. Listen to only people who are positive in life. If you have people who are bringing you down in your life, please keep them off. Just cut them off. You don't need them in your life. The other thing is, just stop comparing yourself to others. You will never be like that other person. You can never look like that other person. They may be beautiful like you are, but you can never be the same. So stop comparing yourself with other people. Stop comparing yourself with where people are. People maybe who are ahead of you in terms of, that, like I said earlier, don't compare yourself with other. Maybe if you are higher or had a house or a car, maybe we'll be bragging and be proud of us and not listening to other people. Maybe that's why we are where we are. You never know. But work towards what you want to achieve in life. That's the most important. The other thing is to avoid negative thoughts. Stop thinking up negatively. Sometimes we sit down and we are really overthinking. Our minds are really running. And when you think about it, when you listen to what you're thinking about, that voice is so negative. So negative. It's not taking you anywhere. So avoid negative thoughts. Learn a new skill to help you improve in whatever area in life. There are very many skills that one can learn even while just online or at home. A simple skill that you think and you feel suits you and will be helpful in life. Sit down and create time for it. Stop procrastination. Just learn that new skill that you think and you feel and you're very sure about it, that it will take you places. It's also important to set SMART goals in life. SMART is an acronym where we say specific. The goals must be specific. They should be measurable. They should be attainable. They should be realistic. And also, they should be time-bound. Those are the SMART goals. Sit down, look at your goals, and make sure that they are SMART. Now, last but not least is that it's important to attend therapy sessions or counseling sessions. Once you are aware about what is happening in your life, it's important to seek help anytime so that you can be taken through whatever issues that you are going through in life, and you are able to cope and manage your life without getting into depression. Because once we let our minds run wild without seeking for help, then we are bound to get into depression. And depression is not a funny thing, it's not interesting, and sometimes depression can be very disturbing because it comes and goes, you keep having relapses. So we do not want to get ourselves there, so it's important to just seek help as early as possible. Thank you so much for watching. I will be seeing you in my next video. Have a blessed week. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel.